Become the person who attracts success. Greetings, my friend. Let's get something straight right from the start. Success doesn't fall into people's laps. It's not some magical accident or something reserved for the chosen few. The people you see thriving, reaching new heights, living the dream, it's not luck. It's intentional. It's earned. It's the product of consistent actions, laser-focused habits, and a mindset geared toward growth. While it may look effortless from the outside, behind that success is a clear blueprint, a pattern of disciplined decisions, mindset upgrades, and daily routines that align with long-term vision. On the flip side, those who feel stuck, lost, or constantly behind often suffer from scattered effort, procrastination, and a lack of clarity. Here's the truth. Success doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from daily choices. You have power over your mind, and that is where everything starts. Control that, and you control your life. In today's video, we're going to explore 9 powerful ideas that don't just inspire success. They practically guarantee it. These are time-tested principles. Some were discovered centuries ago, others by modern psychology. But they all point to the same truth. Who you are is what determines what you get. So, if you're ready to stop hoping and start building, this journey is for you. And if you're vibing with this message so far, do me one simple favor. Hit that subscribe button. Join a community that's committed to growth mastery and building a life on purpose. Let's begin. 1. You are the sum of what you repeat. We often overlook this simple but life-changing fact. Your life is a reflection of your habits, especially the ones you perform unconsciously. The small, repetitive decisions you make each day build the reality you live in tomorrow. It's not the big moments that shape your future. It's the small ones. Every time you scroll social media instead of picking up that book, every time you hit snooze instead of rising with purpose, you're making a choice that compounds. Success doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design. And that design is built through daily, consistent actions. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Here's the practical takeaway. If you want to change your life, start with your habits. Choose just one behavior you want to improve or replace. Maybe it's getting up 30 minutes earlier, or reading 10 pages a night, or swapping chips for fruit. The habit itself doesn't need to be dramatic. It needs to be intentional. The ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Stop talking. Start doing. Be the person whose actions reflect their goals, not their excuses. Consistency in your habits doesn't just bring results. It builds identity. Your future self is shaped not by your dreams, but by your repeated decisions. So, choose wisely. 2. Identity comes before outcome. Most people chase success backwards. They fixate on outcomes, buying the house, landing the dream job, becoming famous. But here's the twist. Real success doesn't start with chasing. It starts with becoming. The truth is simple. Your identity drives your actions. Who you believe you are dictates what you consistently do. If deep down you think, "I'm not a disciplined person," your actions will unconsciously align with that belief. But if you start telling yourself, "I'm the type of person who follows through," your behavior starts to change naturally. Carl Jung had another gem for us. The world will ask you who you are. And if you don't know, the world will tell you. Powerful stuff. If you don't take control of your identity, someone else will. Society, family, peer pressure. It all starts shaping you by default. Let's make it practical. Want to become financially independent. Start behaving like someone who respects and manages money well. Want to be fit. Start showing up like someone who prioritizes health and movement. Stop waiting to feel ready. Begin acting like the version of yourself you want to become. The feeling will follow. Identity is not something you're born with, it's something you build, one choice at a time. 3. Purposeful goals to real progress. Here's a mindset shift you need to make. Vague goals create vague results. When people say, "I want to be rich," or "I want to be successful," they're setting themselves up for confusion and disappointment. Why? Because those goals aren't clear. They're just wishful thinking in disguise. Success requires clarity. It requires specific, meaningful, actionable goals that resonate deeply with who you are and where you want to go. Without direction, movement is meaningless. As Seneca once said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." You could be moving fast, working hard, but if you don't know where you're headed, it won't matter. Here's how you turn dreams into targets. Make them crystal clear. Instead of saying, "I want to save money," say, "I will save $500 every month." Instead of, "I want to be fit," say, "I will exercise 30 minutes every day and avoid sugar 5 days a week." Carl Jung reminds us again, "You are what you do, not what you say you'll do." Goals should translate directly into habits. When they do, every action becomes a step towards something real. 4. When life hits hard, hit back smarter. Life's no straight road. It's a wild ride filled with bumps, twists, and hard punches. But when it knocks you down, your power lies not in brute strength, but in smart comebacks. It's not just about enduring pain, it's about decoding it. Every failure, every heartbreak, is a hidden lesson, a cheat sheet from life itself. Instead of asking, "Why me?" start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That one question can flip your mindset from victim to victor. Carl Jung said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." So, stop dodging the struggle. Embrace it. Let it sharpen you. Because the real growth, the transformation, happens in the fire. Remember, the obstacle is the path. Use the blow to bounce not just back, but forward. Adapt smarter. Evolve quicker. When you learn to hit back with wisdom, every setback becomes your secret weapon for an even greater comeback. 5. Environment is stronger than willpower. Your environment matters more than your willpower. You can have all the self-control in the world, but if you surround yourself with distractions, negativity, and temptation, you're setting yourself up for failure. Want to eat healthier? Don't just try harder. Clear the junk food from your kitchen. Want to be more focused? Create a workspace that minimizes interruptions. Want to think bigger? Spend time around people who challenge and inspire you. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and your environment is part of that system. Set it up to win. 6. Discipline is the real secret weapon. You might think the most successful people you admire have some secret formula you've never heard of, some hidden shortcut that launched them to the top. But what if I told you their secret is something incredibly plain and simple? Discipline. It's not glamorous, it's not thrilling, but it is the backbone of every real achievement. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." That hits deep, because discipline turns the impossible into something possible. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about trading short-term pleasure for long-term success. It's waking up early, grinding late into the night, showing up consistently when no one else is watching, How do you build this trait? Start small. Set manageable goals that demand daily effort. Wake up at the same time every day. Stick to your workout. Dedicate an hour to a new skill. Each small act of commitment is a rep for your discipline muscle, and it grows stronger with use. Discipline isn't about living a joyless life. It's about controlling your impulses so you can build the life you actually want. It's about making conscious choices that bring you closer to your aspirations. And remember this, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. In the context of discipline, that means not letting setbacks or negativity define your path. Rise above. Stay steady. Keep building. 7. Always be a student of life. The moment you think you've mastered everything is the exact moment you stop growing. It's tempting to feel like you've reached your peak, like you've learned all there is to learn. But let's be real. In a world that's constantly evolving, there's always more to discover. Seneca said it best, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Wisdom is not a destination, it's a daily practice, a mindset. Being a student of life doesn't mean sitting in classrooms or chasing degrees. It means staying open, curious, and hungry for growth. It means seeing every person you meet and every experience you have as a teacher. Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." Learning isn't just external. It's about exploring yourself too, understanding your patterns, thoughts, and inner world. Want to stay a lifelong learner? Ask questions, seek out challenges, read widely, especially material that challenges your beliefs. Talk to people with different perspectives. Attend workshops, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries. The world is brimming with insights for those willing to look. And most importantly, let what you learn transform you. Don't just collect facts. Let it change how you think, how you behave, and how you treat others. Be content to seem what you really are. Let your learning fuel authenticity, not performance. Every day is a chance to grow. Whether it's a new skill, a deeper understanding, or an insight into yourself, embrace it. Never stop being a student. Life's greatest lessons often come from the most unexpected teachers. 8. Choose your circle like your life depends on it. You've heard it before. You are the company you keep, but it's more than a saying, it's a blueprint. The people around you don't just influence your weekend plans. They shape your thoughts, your confidence, and your decisions. It's like being on a boat. If everyone's rowing in the same direction, you reach your destination faster and with less effort. Surround yourself with people who pull you forward, who lift you up, who call forth the best in you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." Ask yourself, are the 5 people you spend the most time with pushing you to grow or holding you back? Carl Jung put it beautifully. The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Choose your reactions and your transformations wisely. This doesn't mean you need to cut people off cold. It means being intentional with who gets most of your energy. Are they draining you or enriching you? And don't just stick to your current circle. Seek new connections. Attend events. Join groups. Message people who inspire you. Every new connection can bring insight, challenge, and growth. Remember, people exist for the sake of one another. Teach them or bear with them. Offer support, not just receive it. Great communities are built on mutual growth. 9. Flip the script. From scarcity to abundance. Ever notice how some people see opportunities everywhere while others only see barriers? It's not just luck, it's mindset. The shift from scarcity to abundance can completely transform your life. Scarcity says, there's not enough. Abundance says, there's more than enough, and more can be created. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. This truth reminds us that abundance begins with gratitude, not possessions. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That's what the scarcity mindset does. It controls you quietly, feeding fear and limitation. So how do you shift? Start with gratitude. Every morning, name one thing you're thankful for. It trains your mind to notice abundance. Next, challenge scarcity thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't because I don't have enough," stop. Ask, "What do I have right now that can help me?" Abundance isn't about having everything. It's about seeing potential in what's already in your hands. And here's the magic. Give. Share your time, your knowledge, your support. What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee. Giving reminds you that there's always enough and reinforces community power. When you live from abundance, you stop competing and start creating. You stop fearing and start building. Flip the script. Your world changes the moment your mindset does. So, there you have it. These keys to becoming the kind of person who attracts success like a magnet. We've covered habits, identity, goal setting, discipline, and environment, and how each one of these shapes your destiny, not just your day. If you found value in this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And drop a comment below telling me which habit or mindset shift you're going to implement first. Because the moment you start applying these lessons, that's the moment your journey to success truly begins.